And today I thought I'd do something a little bit different. It's championship season for track and field all over the place. Our high school state meets start this week, so I thought it'd be fun to look back at my senior year of high school, the state meet, the 3200 in particular, which was probably my favorite race in high school, where I was able to win state. So I thought it'd be fun to look back, kind of analyze the race, see what was going on, look at how the race played out, things that I did, things that I was happy with, things that even though I won the race, I may have done differently. So I thought that'd be something fun. So some context for this race, I'd run the mile already. I was confident about it, but it did not go very well. I got 6th. I thought I could win, but I got outkicked pretty bad after making a move late. But this is the race that I felt like was going to be mine. So here we go. Yeah, the 3200 was always a better race for me. You know, I'd run well in cross country. I ran 15:01 this year, my senior year. But I'd only run like 9:42 up to this point this year. So I was only ranked 3rd going in. But I knew I could do better, as that 9:42 is very tactical, very slow at the beginning. And that was just kind of the way this time period was. Like nowadays you see everybody getting out fast, trying to run hard, maybe trying to be like Ingebrigtsen. But during this era, it was all about slow, easy sit and kick races. Like this was the time of Mo Farah. This was the year that Centrowitz won gold in that really slow 1500, 2016. So that's kind of the way things were. So you'll see here, even on this first lap, I'm in 10th place. First lap's usually kind of quick, but this was only 71, which, I mean, nowadays, this same race today would probably get out in 66 or something. And that's how I can be. Everybody's so bunched up, so 10th place, I'm still 5 meters within 5 meters of the leader. So video cuts here towards the end of lap 2, and you can just see how big this pack is. It is not strung out at all. And even going back to cross country, meets that normally were very strung out, for whatever reason, this year, this time period, it was just all about sit and kick. Just see this second lap here is 75, so slowed way down, 71 to 75. That's 10 flat pace in a state 32. It's no wonder there's so many people within such a small space. It's getting pretty crowded. And I'm still back there just kind of hanging out in the top 10 with my teammate and friend there. Michael was on the inside of me in the gold jersey also. Coming to end of lap 3. Maybe it's stringing out a little bit, but not a whole lot. Michael is getting himself in position up at the front. I'm still kind of just chilling. And that was something I did, something I still do to this day in races, where I kind of just find a rhythm that I'm comfortable with. Even if that means that I'm a little bit further back, I kind of just stick to that. Did not have a split called out for that lap, so don't know what it was. But I am moving up a little bit. We're getting into the top 5. As the race goes on, you want to get yourself more and more in position, because at a certain point, the race is probably going to really start and it's going to break out and someone's going to take it. It might be you, but if it's someone else, you got to be ready. But it looks like it's bunching up again. This is coming to lap 4. I almost tripped that guy. So it's 4:51 at the 1600. So that's 9:42. I mean, so still a solid time, but not something that you'd expect at a state championship race. And this is in Arizona. This was Division 2. So there was 4 divisions. 2 is the second biggest. So this is one of the more competitive divisions that you'd expect. Faster than 942. But it looks like I don't have a split for this lap, I don't believe. But it looks like whoever that is in the black and blue is kind of opening it up a little bit, or trying to open it up a little bit. But at this point, he looks like he slowed back down again. And everybody's bunched up like 3 lanes across again. Yeah, still 10, 12 guys in the fight right there. So lap 5, that was a 72. We did have a split for it, so yeah, even slower than that first lap was. Not quite 75, but still on the slower side of things. And at this point, it's just everyone in this group is kind of just waiting for the move to happen. If you're in good shape, you're kind of just sitting comfortably and just waiting for it to happen. If you're on the back end of the group, you might just be hanging on for dear life, just trying to stay with that group no matter what. But still, to have this many people within that close to the lead in this late in like a high school race is not something you see nowadays so much. It's coming to lap 6, only 800 to go, and nobody's really taken it yet. So at this point, that guy in the white right there, his name is Thomas Kane, and he might be watching, he might be in the comments, so hi Thomas. But like, I knew that he had a pretty good kick, so I knew like I can't wait for this any longer. So at this point, I decided to make that move, take the lead, and actually start to open it up a little bit. Because if I waited any longer, like, you just risk people like him with a good kick just being too close to you. Like, if someone has a better kick than you think they do, you get into a race, you can't let that go down to the very end. You have to break it open and try to tire them out, or at least get yourself far enough out in front that it doesn't matter. They're not able to catch you. And at this point, like, looking back, I probably could have pushed a little bit harder. Like, it wasn't a blistering fast lap. The field has definitely opened up. You can see that. That lap was a 68. And yeah, I maybe should have tried to push a little bit harder. I was still pushing pretty dang hard. Like, I remember being here looking just down the back straightaway and being like, oh my god, this hurts. But it's state. I've wanted to win a state title for years. This is my last race of high school. Like, this is it. Like, everything's got to be on the line right here. Just doing everything I can to try to shake these guys. And I thought I had more of a gap than I did. But you're getting to a point here where you're going to see my weakness was the final 100. And that's what I was worried about. So I went out like half a lane to try to force anybody to go around me, go a little bit further. And sure enough, here we go. Here comes Thomas. Michael's right on me. And race is on. And just barely got back by, and we both hit the dirt. So I remember going down the straightaway, and I saw this white flash come up my right side, and kind of looked over at him. And I remember thinking, like, not tonight. This is not going to happen right here. I can't let this happen. And I think that's like power of the subconscious mind that I've talked about. Like, my brain was so set on winning this race. Like, in a normal race where I may have folded and caved in and just kind of called it there, like, I found that extra gear that I wouldn't have been able to find any other time. and the race was so close. It was only 4/100ths of a second. I didn't really know that I won until here when I got on the top step of the podium and nobody told me to get back down. So that's when it kind of set in that I actually did it. And it's not in the video, but I did go and throw up after this. It was a hard-fought race. But obviously well worth it, worth throwing up, worth all the road rash from falling down on the track. I always had a flair for the dramatic in my races, and this was obviously not an exception. But it was just so surreal to be there. It's something I'd wanted and dreamed about since like 8th grade. Something that I worked tirelessly for, put all this work into, and you put all that work in because you don't know how things are going to turn out. When this race comes down to 4/100th of a second, you're thankful for every little thing that you did in training, like every run that you did when you felt like skipping, all the strength sessions that you did that you just wanted to sit on the couch for. Like that all combines and creates this moment. And I thought it was honestly like a kind of a sigh of relief. It wasn't as big or crazy as exciting as maybe you'd think, but it was a moment where it was just like this weight of all these years of work had kind of come off my shoulders. And I remember going back to the team camp afterwards and just sitting there and just kind of taking it all in, but that I had done it. But it was such a great feeling, and that's the magic of championships. That's such a great time of year. It's a very exciting time of year for anyone who's in track and field. So if you've got a meet coming up, good luck to you. I've got some high schoolers coming up on their state meet this weekend. It's a fun time. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that.